But the first thing you want to do is we work really fast. It's easy, it's simple. So just go and say those things. Just say, this is like a landscaping company. So the first thing we want to do is we want to drive website traffic. So you want to know how to fulfill SMMA services. Stick around in this video and I'll show you exactly how to do this as a beginner. Now we teach this extensively in the SMMA Blueprint curriculum, but I'm about to go live with my inner circle and I thought I would share some of the fulfillment strategies and training that we do every Friday in the group. So if you want access to more content like this on a frequent basis, check out the SMMABlueprint.com. But without further ado, let's join the group, start up the live chat, and we'll go over how to fulfill services for local businesses. Let's dive in. All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the inner circle. Happy Friday. You've got Derek here, but we're going to do some exciting training. We've got a lot of questions in the group that we'll go over, but I also wanted to share some ways that you can easily get started with lead generation for SMMA clients. Now, this can apply to local businesses. This can apply to really any kind of client that needs leads and needs you to deliver them in a quick fashion. Now, within the SMMA sphere, there's a lot of different services. You could be doing content creation. You could be doing SEO. You could be doing websites, influencer marketing. Like there's so many different types of marketing that you could be doing. But what we teach here in the Blueprint is really around lead generation because it's something that you can start very, very quickly and get results fast, which is going to help you build trust with your clients and help them pay you each and every month. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so I'm going to pull up a Sandbox account. This is an account that we spent quite a bit of money on in the past, but the first thing you want to do is just sign up for Google Ads. So go to ads.google.com, sign up for an account, and it's very, very easy to get started with this platform. It seems overwhelming to start Google Ads, but really I think when you see it in action, you see somebody break this down very, very quickly, you'll be far less intimidated about the process and feel much better about running this for clients. So let's just say this is like a landscaping company. So I'm just going to type in landscaping Colorado. Let's find a couple people that are advertising. So Rocky Mountain Landscape. Let's check these guys out. They're bidding on Google because of the sponsored ad. Now you see these 4 ads before you see any of these organic people who have spent years and years building up their social presence, building up their SEO to get to this point. And all these companies are just shortcutting the process. So that's what we provide for clients. So let's check out Rocky Mountain Landscape. Goes to a simple landing page. It looks like they want you to call. Now this could be a form fill out. This could be something where you collect their information. I would prefer that. Depending on when I'm doing this research, I might be at work, I might be with my family, and I'm not really ready to make a phone call and actually have a sales conversation, but I do want to input my information for a later time. So I would definitely include having, a form here. Just like we teach in the Blueprint, you want to have a landing page with the call to action, name, email, phone number, and then throughout this document, you're basically attacking limiting beliefs. Why would somebody not work with you? Well, maybe there's not enough Google reviews. You want to show that. Maybe they think it's too expensive. You want to show how easy it is to get started. Maybe they're worried about the fact that, it's going to tear up their lawn and it's going to take all summer. We work really fast. It's easy. It's simple. So just go and say those things in your landing page. I wouldn't say that this is the best. Like now this is good. They're getting into reviews. That's fantastic. But I'm not seeing like a lot of those commonly asked questions. And those are things you can just ask your client. Let's use this as an example. Rocky Mountain Landscape. This is the company we want to run ads to. Let's say this is our beautiful landing page that we built and we're going to get rocking. So the first thing we want to do is we want to drive website traffic. So we'll go ahead and click website traffic and click continue. Now you're going to have a few different campaign types: search, performance max, display, shopping, video, discovery. If you want to show up in Google search, you would just click on search. Things like performance max, that just basically takes a whole bunch of creative and optimizes it for the most conversions and really doesn't focus on quality. So I really wouldn't do performance max. I tested it a lot and I don't really love it personally. Shopping, we're just trying to do leads, so that doesn't qualify. Video, that would be like running a pre-roll on YouTube, and discovery would be you'd be running ads on Gmail, other websites, just like display, where you see those little banner ads. They're kind of annoying. They pop up in the articles. That's what this is. So we want search. So we'll just click search. We'll put in our business. This might not work because this isn't actually connected to the account, but let's just say landscaping campaign. Continue. We want to focus on conversions. I wouldn't set a cost per action yet because you really don't know what that is. And what a cost per action would be is, say after you run a campaign for 2 weeks and you notice it cost me $10 per lead. It cost me $10 for somebody to fill out a form. Once you realize that I'm getting the lion's share of my ads converting at $10, I don't really want to go much beyond that. I just want $10 and below. So you can set a cap and say, okay, my target cost per lead is $10. If it goes beyond that, I'm going to lose the bid. Somebody else can buy that click, but I only want my leads for $10 or less. Search network, you want that included. If you don't have creative like pictures, photos, videos, you want to uncheck this because otherwise you're just going to be spending on websites and you don't really have good creative. A lot of times it'll just pull like a preview image that's pixelated and not great. From here, you can select your location. So by default, you've got all countries, and that's just gonna go all over the world. You could do US, Canada, or you could put in a specific location. So if I wanna do, let's do like Denver, Colorado, we'll target that city. And then under location options, you definitely want to make sure that you select presence. If you, by default, this is like a hidden feature. By default, it will have it to presence or interest. So that just means people who are interested in Denver, Colorado could be shown this ad. And that's not what we want. We want people with homes, people that live or regularly in this space. So you want to click presence right here, and English would be your default language. There's other additional settings, like you can choose the time of when to actually run the ad, but I would just keep it all on auto for right now because you don't really have enough data to make these decisions yet. You can hit next, and then it's going to generate some keywords just based off of the website, which is fantastic. It's going to pull a lot of different services, but you want to chat with your client and be like, what are our ideal clients going to be searching for? You know, are they going to say probably landscaping company near me, or landscaping Denver, Colorado, or best landscaping company? So these are like the types of searches that you're most likely going to go for. If you don't have any ideas, you can always use some of the user generated ones that come directly from the website. Or another way you can get a more complete list is if you go to the keyword planner in Google, which is just under tools and settings, and then you'll go to keyword planner. You would put in the URL. I'll show that as an example here later after I finish this ad, but say these are like the top keywords that I want. Landscaping company, Denver, Colorado, best landscaping company, Denver. And if you're really stumped, go ahead and take this search, put it in Google, play with the variants till you find some ads that show up. Okay, so here's a couple sponsored ads. One thing you can do is if you see the ad here, you can click these 3 dots. I'm just gonna go to this Thumbtack one just as an example, but say this was like a good competitor. I'm like, cool, these guys are bidding on best landscaping companies. I wanna see more ads from these guys. You can click this button and it'll pull up the Google Ads Transparency Center, and then you can just go through and just see a bunch of different ads that they're running to get endless amounts of inspiration, keywords, and potentially creative that you could use and potentially use in your campaign. So just wanted to show that really quick. Keyword planner plus going to Google and then seeing more from that advertiser for more ideas. Let's eliminate some of these because all this is about like concrete, but maybe that's like a huge thing for them. Here you'll put in your URL, and then this is where you can create a dynamic ad. So all of these blank spaces, you can basically add in headlines. And what these headlines are going to do is rotate automatically to best fit the keyword that the person is typing in. So right now I have a very low and incomplete score because I haven't put anything in yet. If you go to more ideas, you can see like, okay, landscaping company near me, we want that in there. Landscaping Colorado, we want that there. Concrete pavers, landscaping, we want that in there. So this is a way that you can just pop these headlines in that are gonna match the keywords, and that's gonna slowly increase your ad score. You might have to abbreviate top landscaping. So, you know, just things that are gonna differentiate them, make them seem like the best option, award-winning, etc. So like you'll match your keywords to these headlines, and then it's just gonna rotate them in the ad. If I close this out, you'll see, okay, every time I click this button, a new and different type of ad shows up because it's all gonna be based on what people search for. And then additionally, you wanna add in like descriptions. Oh, and one thing to remind you of, you can also pin one of these, because if you just leave this all open, it's gonna rotate these best to fit the campaign. So if you pin it and show it in like position 1, now it'll basically always show Rocky Mountain Landscape as like the branded headline. And then just 1 and 2 will rotate. Call today for a free estimate, or if you have any kind of promo, you could add that there. Images, I would recommend adding some images. Sometimes you can pull them from the website, but I would go ahead and just upload these directly. So if they give you like a PNG or something that's a good quality image, you can add it here. Obviously this is pulling stuff from the SMMA Blueprint because that's this account, but you can add site links. So if on the page here, he's got like different services. So like concrete seems to be like a big one. You could do a site link just for concrete, right? And you can add up to 4 at this point. Apply. You can do call outs for more business information, but that's essentially it. Like very, very easy to set this stuff up. Add some keywords, put in some headlines to match those keywords. And then, you know, I wouldn't recommend putting like 35 some keywords. I would start with maybe 5, 6, and then really see, because what's going to happen is one of these keywords is going to start winning. One is going to start spending more than others. And then you can optimize that ad towards that. Like, if for whatever reason concrete wall block or concrete landscaping is my #1 keyword that I'm showing up for the most, I'm going to be better served to create a completely new ad that has more about concrete. Like I've only got one headline here for concrete, and if that's my #1 keyword, I want to optimize this campaign. So look at the data, see what's getting the most clicks after you run this, and then change it up from there. Hit next, give it a budget. Boom. I'm not going to finish this just because I don't want it to go through, but you guys essentially get the point. This is a fast, easy way for you to go and stand up Google ads. If you have any further questions, let me know on Google specifically down below in the comments, but that is a very fast way that you can stand up a campaign for a local business, service-based business, product-based business that wants more visibility on Google.